I'm back. So, as I posted onto my DeviantArt and Twitter, and yeah, I gotta make better use of, more frequent use of both when it comes to updates and progress. But anyways, 8 more reference images to go, so I'm nearly finished with this drawing project. That being said, I got to remember to save a PNG of the Versailles work when it's finished, because when I use the gradient map filter over those layers, it's really difficult to undo all that in order to go back and save a PNG of the Versailles layers. So I'll make sure to do better with that. Something else, I'll make the outline of his eyes, the iris anyways, of his eyes, black like it's shown in the cutscenes. Having it red isn't bad, doesn't make it look bad, it just makes it look kind of weird, because the rest of his body, and his head especially, is red. So, I don't know, it's kind of disorienting to look at, in my opinion. What else? I'm gonna try not to use the selection tool when separating layers and filling areas in, just because it causes the areas to not be completely filled in to the contour shapes. And on top of that, sometimes the selection tool won't work perfectly, so there'll be a pixel or two, like in the last drawing, that it won't select for some reason, won't include in with the rest of the selection of the area, and therefore when I fill that area in, that selection in, if you zoom in really closely, you'll see those pixels being empty. So, but those are just nitpicks mostly. I mean, it's just overall really difficult to see those mistakes unless you're zooming in really closely. Otherwise, it's almost invisible. So, they're invisible, I should say. But, let's see. Anything else? Again, I'm not drawing anything else in, including Sonic, into the background. That's just gonna take too long. I made sure that there's not much of him showing up, but if I do the Versailles layer and all that, that's gonna take even more time. So, since I'm so close to finishing up this project, I just want to get it done. Oh, I forgot. There we go. Anyways, I'll go ahead and save this. Another folder. Believe it or not, this is the 10th drawing in this series of drawings. And I've been doing this since, what, November of last year? Maybe even October. So I've been mostly dedicated to finishing this up, but in Element, it's gotten boring now. I just really want to move on to something else, but until it's finished, I can't really do anything else. I just want to be satisfied. Not after all this time anyways invested into this, and how much I've learned. You know, I've learned quite a lot by doing this project. If you take a look at the value scale now, yeah, I know it's kind of a meme now at this point, but nevertheless, I did say I was going to try to double the values and the value scale I had for the Versailles layer. And man, I think that's more than double. That's probably triple. Let's see. So there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There are 18 values in total if I include black and white. But without that, there are 16. And there are 16 slots for colors in each row, anyways, in the palette Docker. So as you can imagine, I think I had, what, 8? Somewhere around 7 to 8 before. Now I have, yeah, about double that. I hope this isn't going to be a problem later. I assume it's only going to help and not hurt, but we'll see. Regardless though, gonna go ahead and get to work. Go. don't really have much to say as far as news or topics go. I haven't really done much besides just go to class and sleep a lot lately. Not because I've been just lazing around, but the BJJ classes I've been trying harder to work on certain aspects of grappling, and it's kind of exhausting me. But otherwise, though, I mean, I don't really have much else to say. I guess I could talk about my use of Twitter and DeviantArt, or rather my lack of using them anyways. I'll admit, I've gotten kind of lazy when it comes to using these platforms. And what I mean by that is, I've been told through other members of the DeviantArt platform that I should submit my works to groups. I really wanted to promote myself. And before I did do that, but I didn't really like do enough of it. And I kind of just quit trying to market myself altogether. But now that I've gotten a lot better at using Krita and digitally drawing, I think I can actually go in confidence and submit my works again for other people to see. But that's the DeviantArt side of things. For Twitter, I have not been making announcements on it like I should be. Normally when I make announcements on what I will or won't do, I do it during the stream. I'll just say it during the stream, and thus and YouTube as well, because I upload the VODs to YouTube. And that's it. I don't bother posting on Twitter or DeviantArt if it's art related. So it's going to be really difficult for others to know exactly what I'm going to be doing the next stream or so. Knuckles doesn't have a crescent, that crescent on his back, does he? I don't think so. I definitely know it's on his chest, I just don't think it's on his back. But maybe I'm wrong, or maybe that's just light reflecting off of the ground or something. Who knows? Oops. Yeah, this whole posting 3 to 5 tweets a day, I mean, I don't know how I would be able to do that. Normally when I post stuff that many times, it's because I'm posting links to my YouTube content or posting the different layers of my drawings I just completed. I don't just want to go onto Twitter and just say a bunch of nonsense just for the sake of being relevant. Oh, I just realized. Hold on. Yeah, this should be. Okay. Might be a good excuse though to draw or upload contours of other things that I'm interested in. I would have to get a bunch of reference images in order to do so, but we'll see. This blurry filter is really difficult to work with. Well, I did say that I was thinking about making that A4 content. I have not done anything related to that since that stream I did on Picardo a while back. Maybe I ought to make another Twitter account and just use that to post some daily like contour drawings of nudes and such. But we'll see. Honestly, when it comes to Twitter, it's not really about just making your own original tweets. You can do something as simple as retweeting something that someone else posted. Now, I don't know if that counts as your own tweet, but nevertheless, that's at least something. I guess there is something I can talk about, and I've posted this on Twitter before, but and I may have talked about this as well, but man, I think I gotta say it again. YouTube has gotten really boring to watch, or rather, there's not a whole lot of interesting content nowadays. Well, what I mean by okay, let me rephrase that. When it comes to the comedy and entertainment side of things, a lot of things are pretty bland and boring. Nobody really wants to be funny. Nobody really wants to crack jokes for some reason. Not unless you're specific YouTuber, right? But otherwise, when it comes to comedy-based content, usually you would have to see the side of go to animators or meme compilations of whatever fandom you're in or whatever you're interested in. And that's kind of, it didn't used to be that way. Pretty much, regardless of what you're watching, usually content creators would try to use memes because memes, the newest memes anyways, because memes are usually made to be universal, right? It's just a matter of context or to use them. I don't know, man. I mean, I keep going back to YouTube poops because there's just nothing funny to watch. But maybe the problem is, maybe I'm the problem, you know, maybe I'm just not willing to let go of the fact that most YouTubers anyways are just making different content and I just don't care for it. I mean, even with the older YouTubers I used to watch, they don't really make hardly any jokes anymore. Barely say anything at all during their podcasts. And I don't know. It's either that or they save their jokes and that comedic energy for their streams if they're streaming. And that's not a bad thing. It's just that, am I really gonna sit through a 6 to 8 hour stream just to watch 2 or 3 minutes worth of jokes? Is that what we come to? I mean, it's not the content creator's fault completely. It's also YouTube's fault for, you know, essentially the algorithm's always changing and whatnot. You know, people are just interested in different trends, and the newest trends, again, are things that I don't particularly like or care for, but, you know, nevertheless, they're popular for a reason. Come on. Then again, the times we're living in right now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people aren't really in the mood for comedy because a lot of things just suck right now. So, fair enough, fair enough. All I'm saying is that YouTube used to be a place where you can laugh while you're learning something. Now, you pretty much just learn something and that's it. You're not laughing, there's no memes, no nothing. You just get your information and that's it, you just move on. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's great that we're having all sorts of content and such on YouTube, but I don't know, man. Just want to laugh. That's it. Just want to laugh, and it's getting harder and harder to do with YouTube, anyways, as time goes on. I mean, if you check out my Sonic Adventure 2 bite-sized series, as you watch through the playlist and you watch the most recent videos, you'll notice that I've been taking a more YouTube poop approach, where I'm essentially just putting in as many memes as I can and jokes, because as much as it's common nowadays on YouTube to post stream highlights and such and stream clips, it's not what it used to be. Like, YouTube wasn't really used for that back then. So I don't know. I mean, it's a place where you can make upload your own homemade movies or animations, your own proof of concepts, and so on. I mean, you see a lot of that, sure, but again, with no comedic value. No jokes, no nothing. Even with animation, right, with animated shows on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, and I forgot who said this exactly, but it was one of the developers of one show that was on Disney. I can't remember what it's called. Mr. something. The orange peanut shaped dude, and that horse, that his horse friend. I'll have to look it up, but basically the creator, developer of that show stated that he made that show to fill in the void of slapstick humor, right? It's just slapstick episodic comedy animated shows, because there's not really any of that nowadays. I mean, there's not even any episodic animated shows nowadays. Everything's got to have some sort of story arc, plot development, character growth, and all that stuff. And that's not bad. It's just that when everything is like that, it tends to leave people like me wanting, something that just doesn't exist anymore. Don't get me wrong, I grew up on those kinds of shows and that kind of content. Red vs. Blue used to be episodic. I think Red vs. Blue is a good example of what I'm talking about. Red vs. Blue used to be nothing but episodic comedy skits, right? Up until when O'Malley shows up. That's when it slowly starts going more for a plot-based story in each episode. But even then, most of the screen time was used to, again, crack jokes. But then the Freelancer arc happened, and again, I like the Freelancer arc. I like the seasons of Red vs. Blue. Just I don't want the series to just be nothing but that, as Tucker said in, I think back in season 12 or 13. I liked it when the characters were just standing around and talking all day, because that was, again, the most comedic moments. And don't get me wrong, there's slapstick humor when it comes to battles and such, especially when Tex is around, but again, just not as much as there used to be in the earlier seasons. I think another good example of what I'm talking about that's YouTube related is the I'm not sure what the name of those videos are, but if you know SMG4, I mean, he's not called that anymore as far as I know, but since he owns his own studio now, but back then he used to be known as SMG4, and he made these videos of Mario and other Nintendo related characters doing some really dumb things, getting into a lot of trouble with each other, and you know, so on and so forth. Again, it was all comedy based and episodic. Sometimes there would be like a short series or a follow-up video to something that happened in a previous video, like in the cooking with Bowser videos, but regardless though, most of them were just one-off stories that didn't really link to anything else. I mean, there are cases where Mario somehow got the universe to be destroyed, and then in the next video, everything's just fine, hunky-dory. Man. But ever since... what's his name? That, forgot his name, but no, the green little dude that eats rocks. That Nintendo character, Mario character, showed up, and Bob, that other dude that Mario found in some weird haunted house or whatever. Ever since they became main characters and just kept showing up in each episode, the show just became more and more, again, plot based rather than character based, and there was less comedy and more character development, you know, drama, stuff like that. And again, none of that's bad, but it definitely wasn't what I was watching the series, his videos for. And what caused me to stop watching those videos all together was when the anime character started showing up. At that point, I was like, okay, now at this point, he's not even making the videos himself anymore. He's just getting a bunch of weebs to make it for him, because he's busy with his other passion projects. Fine, fair enough, but I ain't gonna watch this weeb mess. So, hence I stopped. And don't get me wrong, anime is cool and all, but when you have nothing but characters, like, just go on and on about this anime and that, you know, character from that manga and so on and so forth, it's just like, I don't want to use the word cringe, but it's a little... It's more about someone just having like a character insert than it is actually making the videos, again, about the jokes. A lot of things just became bland and boring. I think they even stopped including memes altogether. That was a common practice that SMG4 had, and when he was making the videos, he would try to use the latest memes that were going on YouTube and those Mario videos. And it worked most of the time. They were funny. But nowadays, I don't think they even bother with that. Whoever's making the videos now. Even though I don't watch his newest, I should say because he's not making the videos anymore. Whoever's making the videos nowadays, even though I don't watch those newer ones on that channel, I still go back every now and then and watch the older ones. I mean, not all the jokes hold up, but it's definitely better than not having any jokes at all. I mean, that's really just the point of me talking about YouTube, is just the fact that it's just not many content creators are making comedy-based work anymore. It's just all about news or information related to education, like learning how to do something and such. Again, it's great to have that stuff, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. Even if you're a teacher in a public school, most know that if you're not really making the time in class fun for the students, most students are not going to really care about being there. And especially in high school, some will just straight up just skip class altogether. Not necessarily skip, the whole school day. I mean, there are those students as well, but yeah, I mean, it's not the content creator's responsibility to put memes in their videos when it's not relevant and such. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that every content creator has to make their videos like that, but at least show that you're having fun with what you're making. I guess that's my point. Show that you're actually enjoying what you do. And I know that's really hypocritical of me to say that when I've said it before, time and time again, that I don't like drawing. Nevertheless, though, well, never mind. I guess I'm a hypocrite then. Well, it's not. I don't always make content like this. When I'm doing the gaming streams, especially when I was playing Splinter Cell and such, I was making a few jokes here and there. I was getting really salty about Bathhouse and Chaos Theory, and then I went on a rant in the original game stream about how many scripted combat sequences there were, and so on and so forth. So there's that, but I mean, I get that there's some content creators are in that unfortunate situation where they have to make the content that they don't like making because it's what helps them pay the bills, and they can't really move to something else because their fans just don't want to watch that other stuff. So I get that much, but still, I mean. I'm just saying, if you get the chance to do so, just not just, you know, enjoy what you do, but actually show it. I think I should put this lower. Yeah, put this below. No, but I wish those guys success regardless. I hope that SMG4 is doing well with this animated series that his studio's developing and all that. And I just gotta accept the fact that things are different now. YouTube's different. A lot of people that watch YouTube's interests are different. A lot of content creators make different content nowadays, and if I really cared that much about that kind of content being missing in today's YouTube, then I should just make it myself. And I have been with the Sonic Adventure 2 bite-sized series. But I don't know, sometimes it just feels like I'm the only one that cares about that kind of thing. And maybe I am, you know. Maybe I'm the only one that really wants that kind of YouTube back. And even take a look at AVGN, Angry Video Game Nerd. He still makes the Angry Video Game Nerd videos, but I mean, his channel's gone from that to reviewing movies and Cinemassacre. I mean, his channel is labeled as Cinemassacre, so he's not really focused on games anymore. I still remember too, back when that Ghostbusters reboot, the one with the whole cast of chicks replacing the dudes as the protagonists. I think it was like in 2016 that was released. I remember that a lot of people got upset when he released a video saying that he's not going to watch the video. I mean, he's not going to watch the movie. He's not going to make a video about it. He's not going to even post an opinion about it because he's just going to stay in the video that he already knows he's not going to like the movie. So therefore, you know, he's don't expect a video about it. Yeah, a lot of people got upset about at him for that, but to this day, I still respect that. Again, not every content creator can just say, no, I don't want to make this kind of content that y'all want to watch. But again, if you're in that position where you can, might as well take it. Do what you want. There's another YouTuber I used to watch named Jordan Underneath. He used to make videos specifically reviewing and talking about older horror games. And then it got to the point where he was like, you know what, I'm getting kind of tired of doing this. What I really want to do is make puppet stories about puppets and all that. It's like sock puppets and clay animations and so on. I don't know if he's still doing that or not, but because I haven't watched him in a while, but again, I respected that. I was like, okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't really play horror games anyways. I just thought that your whole shtick was cool. I respect it. I watched a few of those, by the way. They're pretty cool, but I don't know. I mean, watching like children getting eaten by monsters, even if it's implied, that's less horror and more like, I don't know. That kind of just, it's depressing. Because at least with horror, right? Like, yes, bad things happen to, you know, innocent people, but more so because they got themselves into that situation. Whereas in some of his stories, his videos, it's like you got innocent young people just like mind their own business, or they're kidnapped and so on and so forth. I'm like, I don't know if this is like a story that he just made up, or is he like referencing something that happened. So I wonder what other people think of me though when they come across my channel. I don't make any specific type of content. Yes, I know I've done the Fallout New Vegas streams, but as you can see, I don't just stream that game alone. So I want to be called a Fallout streamer or Fallout content creator like TK Mantis or Schizo Elijah. Not exactly a Sonic content creator either, because I haven't streamed Sonic related games since when I played Sonic Adventure 1. That was a while ago. What else? I mean, I still work on the Sonic Bite Size series, but more so, as I stated in one of those videos, that I just want to use that footage as a means of learning to edit videos. You know, learning to put memes in videos and such. And as far as drawing streams go, like, I'm not exactly an art content creator, because once I'm done with this project, I'll probably move on to something else. And even then, I still do gaming streams. I just don't do them as much as I used to because I'm busy doing this. Busy trying to finish this up anyways. But I just do what I want, you know. Do what I'm interested in, what I enjoy. And I'm grateful for anyone that follows my social media, my streams, and watches my stuff. Because it means that other people also enjoy what I do and share my interests. Speaking of which, I think I like to compare myself to Life of Boris. You know that YouTube channel? Shoot, man, like the dude used to just make nothing but gaming videos and memes about Metro Exodus and Stalker and all those other games. But I think ever since 2015, 2016, he was making some cooking videos and those got really popular. And I'm guessing that a lot of his subscribers were wanting him to make more of those videos, so that's what he did. He enjoys cooking too, because he enjoys food. So, it works out. And then recently, when he was making those gaming videos, the one video a day thing, for a week thing, he was showing that not a lot of people were unsubscribing from his YouTube channel because they didn't want to watch those gaming videos, they just want to watch him cook. But he said that he was just going to continue making those videos anyways. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool of him. I mean, it kind of helps that he's got a new job and thus he's not having to rely on Patreon money as well as YouTube revenue. But, that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna leave it like that. There is a, well, you know what? There we go. But yeah, Boris just does whatever he wants, whatever he's interested in, and people just happen to like watching his content. And he's a funny dude. It really is. He's genuinely funny. He's not having to rely on memes or anything like that. He just makes up his own jokes. Granted, some of them are pretty repetitive, like the jokes related to Chernobyl and vodka and all that. It's like, alright dude, I get it, you're Russian. You're Slavic. But you know, other times he's making jokes about eating his meat or some other stuff like that. That's hilarious. He's one of the few examples, and I'm circling back to what I was talking about earlier about YouTube being dull and boring. He's one of the few YouTubers that I can actually look forward to watching weekly or bi-weekly and know that his content is going to make me laugh. Again, he's one of the few comedic YouTubers, long-running YouTubers that's still making comedy-based content. Because anyone can make a video teaching people a recipe, right? That's nothing special nowadays. But he, again, cracks jokes while he's doing it. I mean, even the fact that he doesn't clean up his mess, right, after he gets done cooking, or throws his ingredients around like they're just, objects instead of actually, food, precious food. It's just funny to watch. It's fun to watch. Most cooking YouTubers don't really do stuff like that. They just do close-up shots of them pouring out some ingredients, B-roll footage, and so on and so forth. It's like, yeah, I get it, you can cook really well, but are you funny? Because that's all I care about. Can you make me laugh? And most can't. Most don't. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Some actually give some historical facts about the recipe they're talking about or they're showing. That's fine. I mean, Boris does that as well, but, some others do. And that's pretty interesting to watch, and I'll stick around and watch that. But, again, no, I mean, if you're just showing off or whatever, it's like, after a few times of watching that, it's like, dude, I'm just gonna, once you get done with the recipe, I'm just gonna click off the video. No. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. I was about to draw the outline of his thumb or his fist, but that's a bad idea. Let's just say that I've been warned by my, or not warned, but I've been told by my drawing and painting instructors not to do that, because then it just makes the Versailles, the values just, it just makes it look bad. According to them, of course. Yeah. Let me erase this. I'm just glad that YouTube Poop still exists. And other long-running channels like Life with Boris and ABGN are still, kicking it. I'm just wondering how much longer it's going to be before they too end up being streamers. There's nothing wrong with that, but as I said though, it's difficult for me anyways to just be patient enough to sit through a whole stream waiting for something funny to happen. That's what the stream highlights are made for, I get that, but at that point, why not just... Well, never mind. Never mind. I was about to say something dumb. Oops. And I am out of time. Okay. A little unfortunate. But it is true. I'm out of time for this stream. That is the 1 hour mark. I got a good bit of work done. Just got the rest of these inner features to outline, and that's about it. Move on to Versailles layer immediately afterwards. I find it ironic that earlier in the stream I said that I didn't have much to say, and then when I brought up YouTube and comedy, I just went on a 30-minute rant about it. That's funny. But yeah, that's the end of the stream. Ooh boy. Still got quite a lot of work to do. 8 more reference images to go through. But yeah, I mean afterwards, so that. Is there anything else for me to say? Definitely check out my Twitter. Not so much because I'm going to be posting stuff worth checking out, but more so just to hold me accountable for actually using it more frequently. DeviantArt, of course, if you want to check out my drawings, there. That's where I post them as well. And I mean, besides, Twitter is more of a universal thing, but DeviantArt, unfortunately, is just solely art-related content. So there's that. But if you want to check out my other non-Knuckles-related artworks, they're still up on my DeviantArt. YouTube, of course, is YouTube. Man, I really gotta finish that bite-sized series, but I'm not gonna really label the videos like that anymore. Just really boring to do it like that, like I have been with these drawing streams. So anyways, finish up the contour next stream and start a Necroside layer, hopefully. But until then, though, I guess if there's anyone watching this, if there's one thing I would ask of you, it's if you want to make video content, and I don't mean streaming content, I mean content for YouTube. Regardless of how long the video is, whether it be a YouTube short or, you know, a 10 to 20 minute video or whatever, just you don't necessarily have to be the funniest person in the world, but definitely show that you enjoy what you made. Just make that obvious. Don't be like me where I'm doing something right now anyways, doing something I don't like doing, but I'm doing it regardless, for better or for worse. You know, be like Boris from Life of Boris. It's probably the best example I can think of right now. I mean, even with me, as I said, when I'm doing gaming streams, I, you know, make it pretty obvious that I enjoy playing the game, that I care about it, and whatnot. So overall, yeah, just show that you enjoy what you do. And if you don't enjoy it, and you have the opportunity, the ability to do something different, to do something you actually enjoy doing without any consequences or minimal repercussions, then, you know, just do it. Change what you're doing. It'll make being a content creator all the better. For your mentals anyways. Keep you sane and keep you wanting to continue doing, making content and streaming and all that. I mean, that's advice that most people give, but it's true, you know. But anyways, enough about that, and enough with the stream. I gotta go and get ready for work, so until next time, peace.